Hello, my name is Charles Keats. I'm the CEO and founder of Samadhi, which has developed Clairio for revenue weighted product intelligence. Clairio is a revenue weighted product intelligence solution which allows you to analyze revenue data from your CRM or from your sales team and connect that with your product team. Normally, product and sales do not communicate very well with each other. I've been in tech sales for 20 years, previous with IBM for 10 years, in IBM Cloud, working with video and AI in Watson Media, previously called Ustream, which was a huge learning experience about the difference in the way that sales thinks, but teams. The customer is caught in the middle. They want certain features. Sales wants to get a deal signed, get revenue. Everybody wants revenue. People, even in product, want deals signed. They don't necessarily have that focus. They're trying to build and maintain products and features, and they are trying to talk to the customer. Sometimes the customer will talk to product and engineering. Sometimes they'll talk to sales. Customers can get caught up in all kinds of problems, even with small companies trying to coordinate all these conversations. So how do you make this problem go away? Clario does this by taking the data about revenue, feedback from the customer, putting that information together. So let's jump into the demo here, which is obviously has some dummy data in it, which I've created. TechFlow Incorporated wants a Salesforce CRM integration. The CRM integration was a hard requirement for a Q2 renewal. This is for an existing customer. They already spend money with you. And if you don't have CRM integration, they may not be happy. They may look to other customers. So what does this mean? We have total amount of annual revenue at stake, 10 feature requests, 5 accounts have certain blockers that have the most revenue associated with them. Now, this is just a basic demo. This will go into production. Hopefully in a few weeks, you'll be able to try it out with your data securely in a private instance. And you will be able to, start analyzing your data for free on a 30-day trial. What will you do with data that's bad? Sometimes people hear the wrong thing. Sometimes sales might enter something that's not entirely accurate. Product needs to be able to base their decisions on accurate data. AI will step in and will ask questions, will help managers, executives, product people learn what the customer says versus what's realistic. If a company has 5 employees and they don't have any revenue, are they going to sign a deal for $1 million? Maybe they will. Maybe they don't have any investors. Maybe they don't have any money coming in. Is it worth your time to develop a feature for that company? Maybe it is. This is the kind of questions that need to be asked and can be answered in minutes, seconds, hours with the right questions, with the right agentic AI process. At large companies or even small companies, these decisions and this data can be lost in the shuffle of the CRM. It can be lost in meetings. It can be lost in emails and Slack, and never captured, so that these top blockers are not understood. They're not clarified, hence the name Clairio. And they will be lost to maybe someone's idea based on a conversation they had with a really big customer, where this customer said they want this feature, and that takes precedence over everything. And maybe it's a huge bank. Maybe it is a huge bank that is looking for a certain feature. Everybody wants them to be happy. They could be spending a lot of money with the customer. Maybe they will be, maybe they already do spend money with you, and you want to retain their business or get them to spend more on certain features. So how does product and sales communicate this information? This tool will allow you to enter feedback about the different types of features. This can be customized for your company. This will allow you to have insights from AI, and then it will be, analyzed and discussed, but not in the normal way you would normally do this. And maybe you have some spreadsheets and you have other AI agents looking at this, but this is designed specifically to take revenue, not just signings, because Salesforce, for example, doesn't track revenue out of the box. If you want how much your company is spending, you have to connect, and this isn't obvious. Maybe with other CRMs or other solutions it is, but with Salesforce, for example, it's not obvious that the sales data that is in the CRM is signings and the ability to track potential signings, contracts, new business. So this solution will take revenue data from your billing systems to show what your company, what your customers are already spending and what they could potentially spend on a monthly or annual basis. And so is some of this speculative? Yes. Will there be predictive analytics built in to Clairio? Absolutely. So this is not just about the data you have. This is about the data that you can gather from conversations, from emails, from Slack, from with your customers, from meetings where you track information from the salespeople who enter data into this specific tool that's designed to track features and product requests from the customer who is interested in spending money. So we're going to do the best we can to track this data. Is it going to be perfect? Absolutely not. Is it better than what you have now? I'm going to guess it is. So if you don't have any problems with this, if you think it's all fixed and you trust your salespeople and product people to communicate smoothly, you're in a tiny minority of people, because typically product roadmap and sales CRM don't match. In my experience working with various companies like IBM, Turnitin, I think does a much better job with this as a smaller company that listen to customers and listen to sales. But other companies like Ustream were potentially decimated by problems like this, where Ustream was acquired by IBM. The video solution was designed for large conferences like Salesforce, which was one of my customers, and NVIDIA. And then before the pandemic, the sales team spoke to customers and specifically asked product to many times to develop a solution more like Zoom, in addition to the conference focused type of enterprise solution that was being perfected and developed using Watson AI and captions and all these great features that were built on a product that was marching towards its doom. So even though this was a great product, it didn't have the kind of synergy between sales, customers, and product that could have saved it and could have made Watson Media with IBM Video, the next Zoom, and have a better security or other things that Zoom didn't have. We had great security. Did anyone care? Some people did, but most people didn't care, and they just used Zoom like it was Kleenex. So if you remember Kleenex, that's a brand that took over that industry, or at least seemed to. And I don't remember why personally, but everybody said Kleenex when I was a kid. And now when you get on a Zoom call, it might not even be a Zoom call. And certain products like Google Meet have gotten better, but they're not that way. Nobody cared about Google Meet and the ease of use that you have of setting up Google Calendars. And now you have a better solution based on the fact that Zoom took over that industry and then started to lose to companies that were able to innovate better than Zoom and come back from the dead, like I think Teams was based on Skype, or maybe it was developed separate from Skype. I don't know. Many of you will know the history that took Skype and ended up on Microsoft Teams, which is now being used by many companies that didn't want to use Zoom for various reasons, but nobody was using Microsoft Teams before pandemic. So this is all to say that this tool, combined with agentic AI, which is coming soon in the next version. This first version, you'll be able to try for 30 days for free. Give me a call or email me if you would like to become a design partner or just try it out and get a special deal for the first 10 customers and design partners. And I'll work something out for a lifetime discount and lock in a certain price at the beginning, and you will have access to these tools for a very long time to be specified in the terms. I am excited to work with you. I hope to get questions and feature requests from people that I've spoken to at IBM and from other companies, and it's going to be great. And this little demo turned into a webinar, but I'll do a shorter demo or edit this out for you, and it'll be a little shorter, but I really wanted to show you what I've been building. I've been using Perplexity and Claude and other models to build this, and it's very exciting. I expect that Perplexity using Opus will be the first phase, using Supabase and Vercel to launch the first production version of Clairio. And if you want to get a more structured breakdown or specific focus on the flow of the product and everything like that, tune in for the next demo or call and reach out for a personal demo for you and your team. I'm in San Francisco, and I'll be in Vancouver May 11th through the 14th at the Web Summit. And I'm hoping to be in Rio for the Web Summit in June, and then back in San Francisco, and happy to meet with you. And it's been great to chat today. Thanks for listening, for taking some time to look at this overview of Clairio Revenue Intelligence. And I hope you have a great day and enjoy the sunshine, or at least the springtime as it appears to you in the Northern Hemisphere, or the joys of winter or nonstop sun in the Southern Hemisphere or near the equator. And have a great day. Thanks.